What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Double G Gaming. This is Junior, and I'm back with another WWE 2K17 Universe Mode video. I'm coming off a cold, so excuse me for my voice sounding a little weird, and if I sniffle, I also apologize. But anyway, welcome back. After a long time away, we are finally back in the groove of things. Well, at least I am. I don't know if Chewy's gonna be back in the schedule, but I should be back full time now. Today we're getting back to our pay-per-view lineup, and we have Money in the Bank. This is July. It's following the Battleground pay-per-view. Yep, yeah, it's following the Battleground pay-per-view, and it will be main evented by a six-man ladder match, but it's for the WWE Championship. I'm taking the Money in the Bank contract stipulation, that gimmick, that's out of here. No more Money in the Bank winners. We start off with a tag team match between Enzo and Kaz versus the New Day, and it is for the World Tag Team Championships. The New Day have been waiting for a title match since Payback. Kofi hates the way that Enzo gloats, so he shoves him away during one of their weeks on Raw. And then brings us to today's match between the New Day and Enzo and Kaz, who bring out Carmella to try to counteract? I think that's the word, counteract Xavier Woods being ringside. But before the match even is like 3 minutes in, Kaz takes a chair and hits Xavier Woods outside of the ring. I did not know that would be a disqualification, but it was. So Enzo and Kaz end up retaining. I don't know if the New Day is going to be happy about that. So next we move on to the World Heavyweight Championship match between Kane and Bo Dallas, who did not have a build-up. It didn't really need one because it's kind of a one-sided affair here. Kane gives Bo Dallas a choke slam, and he picks up the win and retains his World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think Bo Dallas even had a chance of winning. I think he's rated like a 60. He's probably like a 67. I did a thing where I upgraded everybody to a 70, so nobody's below a 70. It was after this pay-per-view though, but Bo Dallas was a 60 something during this match. Next, we have our Intercontinental title match between Bret Hart and Chris Jericho, who beat Rusev in their long rivalry to win this title shot. Both Jericho and Hart traded weeks of interrupting each other's matches. As you see here, Hart was doing commentary this week, and the previous week Jericho came out during one of Hart's matches and interrupted. But Jericho took it one step further by attacking Bret Hart the next week from behind while he was waiting for his opponent for a match. So here we go with a match of submission specialists from Canada. Chris Jericho versus Bret, the Hitman Hart, who is currently the Intercontinental Champion. And it is for his Intercontinental Championship. I think I mentioned that 2 or 3 times. Don't worry about it. So here we go. Bret Hart hits a sunset flip on Jericho, and Jericho hits a body slam on Hart, and then we move it outside. Hart throws Jericho into the steel steps. They almost got counted out there. Suplex by Bret Hart, and then a DDT onto Jericho from Hart again. Here we see Hart attacking Jericho from outside of the ring, and then another suplex from Hart to Jericho. Here we see a dropkick into the corner. Oh, here we go. Bret Hart with his patented figure 4 into the ring post. Now, I want to see what this hurts. So let me take a look at Jericho's damage. Let's see what takes damage here when he lets go. Nothing took damage. Does his legs get hurt from that, or does his body, like his torso, get hurt from that? So anyway, we see what was that, enziguri from Hart showing off his athleticism. Jericho hits a powerbomb on Hart, and he hits a lion salt from fucking halfway across the ring, even more than that. Then he hits a code breaker, but unfortunately that wasn't enough for Jericho to get the pinfall on Hart. Hart hits him with a pile driver, who should be banned from being allowed to be used in the match. Anyway, Hart applies the sharpshooter onto Jericho, and Jericho is forced to submit and Bret Hart retains his Intercontinental Championship. Let's see who he will face next time at SummerSlam, which is the next pay-per-view coming up. Next, we have our European title match. So we have secondary belts being on the line in back-to-back matches between Del Rio and the opponent he found out after his match on SmackDown one week, which is Mark Henry, the world's fattest man. Del Rio came out during one of Henry's match. Henry was not happy about this, but Del Rio ended up costing him the match against Mr. Perfect. You see Mark Henry's like, get your brown ass out of here. Everybody's lives matter though. It doesn't matter. Del Rio life, Mark Henry's life, Mr. Perfect's life. Mr. Perfect's life though. It really matters because he's not really... Well, anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? Let's get back to this shit. Del Rio, after Mr. Perfect destroys... Well, not really destroys. He just beats Mark Henry. Del Rio decides to get in the ring and attack Mark Henry before their upcoming match to get a little bit of momentum on his side. So here we go. Mark Henry versus Del Rio, the world's strongest man from 1996. I don't think he's still the world's strongest man. Versus the Mexican Burrito. I'm kidding, of course. I'm Mexican myself, so fuck everybody else. We start off the match. Del Rio hits an awesome DDT on Mark Henry. Get his bald head right into the mat. And then Del Rio starts to work on Mark Henry's arm for later. And then he hits an Hurricane Rana. I almost forgot what that was. But Mark Henry hits a backbreaker on Del Rio. And then a body slam followed up by his ugly move. The fucking headbutt. I don't know what that does to anybody. Thank you very much. Well, anyway, we move on. And Mark Henry delivers the world's strongest slam outside onto the table. But Del Rio has enough to hit a backbreaker on Mark Henry. And then Mark Henry does a double hand choke slam to Del Rio. But Del Rio gets up and he's going for his kick. And he lands it. Will that be enough? No. He applies his arm breaker. And for the second match in a row, it is decided by a submission. So Del Rio still your European champion. He's been a great European champion so far. So now we move on to a feud that has been fueled by the ego of one man, costing the world championship of another. As we see Sting face off against Triple H, these guys cannot keep their hands off of each other during the weeks leading up to this pay-per-view. One week Triple H would stand tall, and the other week Sting would. As you see here, Sting stood tall this week, throwing Triple H right into the announce table. And then this week, the following week, Triple H just nails Sting and takes control of the situation. He's just looking for more, but the ref is like, get your fat ass out of here. And then the next week again, Sting is preparing for a match against Samoa Joe. And Triple H comes out and costs him. I don't know what he cost him there, but he cost him something. And then the next week, Triple H, or actually I think this was the same week, Sting, after his match against Samoa Joe, Triple H came back out and challenged Sting to a fight. Like they haven't done that already. But Sting accepts and he goes up the ramp. And you can guess what happens next. They start brawling. God, these guys had to be pulled apart by security guards on the ramp at Monday Night Raw. There's only one way to ensure a winner, and that's a false count anywhere match. So that's what's going to happen here. And look at this. One more time these guys fought each other on Monday Night Raw. But anyway, we have a false count anywhere match between Sting and Triple H. And the winner of this match, to add more fuel to the fire as if it was needed, the winner will receive... Oh! Sting attacks Triple H before he spits his water. The winner of this match gets a WWE Championship match against the winner of the main event tonight at SummerSlam. So, some huge implications on this match. Plus, they just want to beat the crap out of each other. So let's get into me calling this match now. Sting tries to hit Triple H with steel steps, but Triple H counters, and then Triple H just goes at him with a steel chair, and then he drops Sting with the DDT on top of a chair. Here we go, Sting tossing Triple H into the crowd area. Wait, what happened? They came back into the ringside area, and this time Sting nails Triple H with those steel steps. Hits a suplex, goes for the cover. Will that be it? No, it's not. Oh, they go back into the crowd. Sting hits him with a steel garbage can. And then neck breaker onto Sting by Triple H. Triple H sets up the pedigree. Uh-oh. Is he going to hit it? He hits it. Sting is busted open. So is Triple H. But is this going to be it? Sting, kick out. He does not. So Triple H wins the rivalry. He's busted wide open. But it's probably worth it to him because of his big ego. He doesn't feel any pain. And he will be getting a title shot at SummerSlam against the winner of the ladder match later on. Next, we have a rematch for the women's title between Sasha Banks and the person that took her title, Asuka. These ladies have mutual respect for each other, but I don't think that's going to be for too much longer. Look at Asuka just mocking Sasha Banks, telling her, I took this fucking title from your bitch ass, what you gonna do about it? Did she make her tap out at Battleground? I can't remember. This is so long. It's been like 2 months since I recorded that gameplay. But anyway, we see Sasha Banks. God, this scene on WWE 2K17 rivalries happens so much when they come out and interrupt them and sit down for commentary. Happens so much. And then also this one, where they interrupt them during the match. And then the guy is like, oh, what you trying to do? And then their opponent comes and attacks them from behind. Because they're fucking idiots. They don't pay attention to the match. Just win the match, and then afterwards, you can take care of the person that's sitting at ringside. But anyway, here we go with Asuka versus Sasha Banks for the Women's Championship. A rematch from Battleground. And there will be no more rematches after this. And I keep my word on it, not like WWE in real life. So we spill out outside of the ring real quick, real fast in this match. Sasha hits a swinging neck breaker, and then hits another neck breaker, her signature neck breaker, but does not get the job done. Here she is setting up the double knees to the stomach from the top rope, and she nails it. Asuka just lost her baby she had for about 3 months now. I'm surprised she's still competing. But Asuka hits the ass blast to Sasha Banks, but cannot get the pinfall. And here we go with Asuka hitting a suplex, and then afterwards setting up her kicks, and then a big kick to her face. Here we see Sasha again going for that signature neck breaker. Will that be enough? No, it is not. Here we see a running bulldog from Sasha Banks onto Asuka, setting up the Banks statement. Will Asuka tap out just like she made Sasha tap out at Battleground? Oh, quickly. Oh my god. Asuka taps out and Sasha regains her Women's Championship. So Asuka does not get a rematch for this belt anymore until like somebody else wins it. So we move on to our main event of the evening. Cesaro defending his WWE Championship against guys that earned their spots here in qualifying matches on Monday Night Raw. I didn't show that, sorry about that. But we have Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar. I'm surprised he had a match against Finn Balor. I was hoping Finn Balor won that match. I simulated it, but nonetheless, I still was hoping Finn Balor won that match to make it a fucking all-star cast. I don't think Brock Lesnar just, he doesn't look right in the ladder match. But anyway, we start off. Oh, I didn't even mention Dean Ambrose is back from his from the beating that Sting gave him at Payback, at the Payback pay-per-view. So he's back looking to win the championship. Obviously, he can't face Sting at SummerSlam though, but that would be a heck of a match. So let's see if Dean Ambrose can win the WWE Championship and face Triple H at SummerSlam, or if Cesaro can retain, or maybe one of these new guys can win it. Here we see Seth Rollins hitting a pedigree on Brock Lesnar, knocking him out for a second. and then hitting a fucking flying knee on Brock Lesnar, which still probably doesn't do anything to him. Oh, speaking of which, neutralizer on AJ Styles from Cesaro. Takes him out for a second. Oh, here we go. Dean Ambrose gets put on the ladder by Danny Bryan. Danny Bryan goes right to the top. And he launches himself and breaks the ladder, breaks Dean Ambrose in half. But what's this? Rollins and Bryan up on top. AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar make sure they do not win the championship. Ambrose going again for the title, but AJ Styles pulls him down. Ambrose again. What the fuck happened there? Ambrose going for the championship, but he just fell off. The whole belt and the fucking cable that supports it came down flying with him. AJ Styles almost had a chance of winning the championship, but Rollins pulls him down. Here you see Cesaro. Brock Lesnar's just staring at him. Dean Ambrose hurries in the ring to try to knock them down, but Cesaro ends up winning the championship. What the hell was that by Brock Lesnar? He just sat there. He just stood there and just saw Cesaro win the championship, retained his championship, in fucking odds that I had no idea he could. So we will see how SummerSlam plays out. Obviously, we have our main event set already. Triple H will face Cesaro for the WWE Championship. We'll see what the fuck happened. Why Lesnar just stood there. Dean Ambrose is back. Is he looking to get retribution on Sting? The New Day. We have to see what's wrong with the New Day. What's gonna come out of that? Sorry for stumbling so much. I'm just so fucking excited. Will Sasha get a new opponent at SummerSlam? Hopefully it's not Charlotte. Bret Hart and his Intercontinental Championship. I have breaking news. Del Rio will face Kane for the World Heavyweight Championship. So if Del Rio wins that match, he becomes a two-way champion, just like Conor McGregor. But anyway, SummerSlam is looking to be a decent card on paper. So we'll see if it lives up to the expectations. So anyway, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed. See you motherfucking bitch ass pussy ass hoe ass motherfucker hoe ass sluts later.